And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free with me.
We having fun? Here we are, our apartment in Lisbon. Made it out of Spain before they locked everything down. So now we're gonna go out and walk around and find some breakfast and
see if we can't get the diarrhea virus or something. I don't know what the deal is.
we have, yeah, this is what's keeping us from flying home right away. We have toilet paper here.
Yeah.
So
we go back to the States, we ain't gonna have nothing.
So we're gonna find some breakfast, walk around, explore a little bit, find a grocery store because we have an apartment, so we can cook for ourselves. And
somebody come get me, please. I want to get back to my good old USA.
He'll enjoy it here. He just needs.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. Oh, you'll enjoy it. You'll have to enjoy it. Don't. Yeah.
We had a long trip last night. We got stuck on the tarmac for an hour before we could take off because of air traffic, and got in about midnight. So we're gonna go out and explore now, and then come back and take a nap later.
Can't understand what anybody's saying.
Don't need to. We'll get by.
Tell the police you come up with a gun to your head. Go to prison now.
No. You'll be all right. I promise. I'll be all right. All right, let's go.
Bye, guys.
How's that for an old church? The thing is impressive. And it was worth the hike straight up the side of a hill to get here too.
Yeah.
Well, this is such a bummer because this castle is so neat. They let you climb on the walls and the battlements and everything, and there's a nice terrace with a cafe in there, and thanks to this dang virus, it's all closed. We can't go in.
Thanks, China.
Bummer. Oh well, make the best of it, right?
We got hills to climb, that's all now.
That's all we need to. After being on a cruise ship for 2 weeks, we kind of need the hills anyways. All right, we didn't get the food, but we are full. Oh, we have found this great little cafe overlooking
I'm not
Lisbon.
full.
I am. Overlooking Lisbon Harbor.
Ice cream next.
And we have had food and we have had drinks, and it has been excellent. And we even had the company of Doug, another fellow American from the Bay Area in California. And it has been a very good afternoon.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Muito, I don't know how you say it in Portuguese. Mucho bueno. Spanish.
No, it's been good. How's that?
It's
English.
been good. It's been a good day. And we've stayed at least a meter apart, so we've been practicing our social distancing too.
Come back out. This is our door, yes. That is how big the door is. It's not very good. I gotta turn sideways. It's not because I'm a fat butt either, but I barely fit through there.
It is pretty narrow.
It is really narrow.
That coffee smells so good next door.
And then up the steps we go. You're always climbing up. Always climbing up. She got me in the corner.
Gotta corral him somehow. Well, we're heading home today.
We are going back to disaster state.
It's funny because all of our friends and family are like, oh, we want you to come back. We want you to come back. And we actually feel really safe in Portugal, and we're not sure what we're coming home to.
Right? It's kind of disturbing because what you hear back there, everybody's just panicking. And over here, people are just day-to-day cash. It's happening, but nobody's buying toilet paper and cleaning the stores out. I mean...
Yeah, you can walk down to the local market and get what you need to eat. And
yeah, nobody's panicking. And oh my gosh, the United States. I love my country, don't get me wrong. But people, come on.
So we go back to this apprehensively, not really knowing what we're coming home to.
Other than a bunch of chickens running around with their heads cut off.
And we're cutting it about 2 weeks short, but the State Department put out a warning saying either get back to the U.S. now or risk having to shelter in place for potentially up to months. And so we figured, well, our best bet's probably to get home. So,
and it's not like we can't. We probably could have just sheltered for months.
We could have out of the city, but and we thought about that truthfully.
Yeah.
We did. And then now we hear like they're closing down public lands, and it might be tough for RVers to find a place to stay. And so now we seriously are like, what are we going back to?
Come on, people.
So, anyways,
You think this is bad? Wait till the Antichrist comes. Holy crap.
this is nothing. This is just a warm up.
Yeah.
I think this is just a wake up call.
Whatever.
But we're going to call a taxi here in a minute and head off to the airport. And we've got a nice 14-hour trip ahead of us today. But by tonight, we'll be in Miami. Mm-hmm. God willing.
Later, folks.
We made it home.
We made it home.
Back to the U.S.
Back in the U.S. Back in the U.S. Back in the U.S. we are.
He's been singing that the whole time.
I want to go back to the U.S. so bad. I was out of my elements.
He did so good. He was so out of his comfort zone.
I was. But everybody says it's good for you. Yeah.
It is.
Says who?
So we were supposed to fly home on TAP Portugal Airlines, and they canceled our flight without bothering to tell us. So we're waiting for our refund from them. We were able to get a last-minute flight on United for like $400 each. They were great. But it was kind of funny. We flew from Lisbon, Portugal to Newark, New Jersey. We got off the plane. We had to do our CDC health screening. And then we got to the line for customs.
Now, mind you, 8.5 hour flight home, and we're like this to the guy next to us, right? We get into customs, 3 feet apart, 3 feet apart.
I was like, I just sat with this guy in my lap for 9 hours. Really?
He was in your lap?
Oh, I thought he was in your lap.
Why would he be in my lap? That's nasty. Why would he be in your lap? But anyway,
You get the point.
Jinx. Yes, you get the point. I looked at the lady and I says, you know what? We just spent 8.5 hours on the same plane. Well, sir, this is just the way it's got to be. We make it through customs.
Those are free for all.
Yeah. Everybody's on top of everybody again. It's just like, they don't make sense. I don't want to talk about this no more.
So we flew from Lisbon to Newark, and then Newark to Miami, because we had the rig was in Woodbine, Georgia, and the two closest airports were either Atlanta or Miami, and it was about the same drive either way. So we flew to Miami. We weren't sure if we were going to be really jet lagged or not, so we stayed 2 nights there, just holed up at a motel and stayed 2 nights in Miami. And then we drove back, and on the way back to the rig, we were able to stop at Sam's Club and Walmart and kind of sort of get what we needed. Enough to make do. And then go into 14-day quarantine.
Yeah.
So.
But mind you, when we left, we emptied the refrigerator on all the perishables. Is that the right word? Perishables.
Oh, we emptied the refrigerator of everything. I think we left 3 beers in there, and that was it.
And we had to fill the refrigerator back. Not fill. We had to get some essentials. Mm-hmm. We didn't know what we were coming back to.
Well, and then the pantry too, because we were going to be gone originally for like over 5 weeks. So I didn't want bugs or anything. So we got rid of bread, pasta, rice, flour, cereal, oatmeal, everything that could get buggy or go bad, we got rid of. So we had a few canned goods, and like my spice drawer was full. That was it.
I could have lived off of beans. I can.
I couldn't have lived off of him living off beans.
Hey, piece of white bread, bologna, and a pickle. I can survive.
We were able to get enough to get us through for 2-week quarantine. So yeah. So from this point out, what you'll see is us in Woodbine, Georgia, waiting out quarantine, waiting out COVID, waiting out all this stupidity.
I ain't saying a word about it.
Enough said.
It pisses me off to even think about it.
So anyways, thank you all for joining us. And next time we'll show you this beautiful campground we're at in Woodbine, Georgia. Maybe a state park. At least they're still open here. Georgia kept their state parks open. They were smart.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we will see you soon. Everybody take care. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
Thanks for dropping by. Bye.